Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. We just got a massive rotation, which means the meta has been shaken up a ton. I'll be covering one deck of each archetype, that way no matter what, this video has something for you. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. That way you have a good understanding of what's strong, whether you want to play the best decks themselves or if you want to know how to counter them. Let's see what these strong decks are. Shall we? Welcome to Meta Report. And we'll be starting off with a really strong aggro deck. So if you want to play fast and aggressive, then this one is for you, and that is Lulu Jinx. Coming in with a win rate of 57.8% and a play rate of 2.34%, it has solidified itself as the best aggro deck so far. Its best matchups include Zillion Ziggs, Anivia Mord, Pink Heck, which is a visual bug. Pink Heck is being taken into consideration because of some scuffed stats, and also the Poro King. Its worst matchups include Tarek Poppy, Teemo Vex, Udyr Morgana, and Ashe Vex. So getting right into it, this is a swarming playstyle. The deck just wants to put down units on the board, attack relentlessly, and then use direct damage to close out games. So it's got like Bird for extra stats on units. It has a lot of synergy with Flame Chompers, of course. Flame Chompers is a really strong challenger unit that has discard synergy. So if you want to play a discard playstyle, this is the best direction to go as well, since Jinx is the best and also the only discard champion in Standard. So if you like that archetype from other card games or you just really like discard in lore, definitely keep playing some Jinx stuff because she is very powerful. So yeah, we're going to be discarding, and then we're also going to be setting up a lot of dudes. The reason for this is because we run a card called Spirit Portal. It says to play, discard 1, grant all allies Spirit, which is a +1/+1 boost. So you just want to play, 4, 5, 6 dudes on the board and then just buff them all, attack a bunch, and then again close out with Electro Harpoon for direct damage, Mystic Shot, and also Blowback, on top of leveling Jinx at some point during the course of the game and getting Super Mega Death Rockets off, which is more direct damage. This is really simple. You basically just want to have like one discard target, mainly Boom Baboon, making Chompers or Chompers itself, and then a discard activator to get the Chompers on the board. Have a really strong combo with Lulu, buffing the Chomper up to a 4/4 that's Challenger, right? And just kind of playing around, going aggressive, going wide, swarming, getting the value trades in, and then also playing around Mechaordals when you need to with the Squeaker, the Arena Promoter, and then level Jinx, and try to close out from there. It's pretty interesting. This deck has like a few different options to go for, like in the late game. There are many ways to close out, and that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how the deck plays out. I'll be giving context to why I'm playing certain cards, and hopefully it gives you a good feel on how to play the deck. And for this example game, we're going to be fighting Set Jack. Alright, let's see what we got here. Pythos is pretty fine. I think I want to keep that, yeah. Spirit Portal, put that back in the deck. I think Spirit Portal is better to draw into later on when we are already developed, so we want to prioritize units early and just keep a ping. Nice, this is really good. So we can play Bird right on turn 1. Hopefully that hits Lulu, because then she can be a 4/4 body right on 3. We also have Chomper, so we just have like a really good curve. Really good. Ideally we hit Chomper or Lulu with the Chime. Probably Lulu. And we're just going to play it out like that. We're going to play the Chomper on 2, Lulu on 3. Chime, chime, chime. Let's see. We hit the... Okay, guys. It's just Jover, isn't it? Isn't this just like the best hand possible? Hold up. They're going to surrender. Like, I think they have to. It's so easy for us to win from this position. Like, we don't have to do much. We're going to push a lot of damage, too. And damage? If they just, like, pass because they don't want us to grab something. We're also on that full Star Guardian theme, which I like. We got Star Guardian Lulu, Star Guardian Jinx, Star Guardian Board, Star Guardian Pet. Like, we just have everything. Place your bets. Alright. So we attack, boost the Chompers because that's extra damage. Bop. That's 10. That's half of their total HP. Brought them down to 8. Alright. I mean, like... Bruh. Was it gonna be Jack? Like, I don't think Jack can do enough here. I'm pretty sure I want to Squeaker the Promoter. Yeah, there's the Jack. Squeaker Promoter. We can hit the Crasher and then just win. We just win on open. Like, how disgusting is this? It's so quick, right? We just run away with the game so fast. Yeah. We always let Jack hit here, and then we just win. It's an open 5 lethal with enough damage to spare. So let's boost up the Flame Chompers, right? And then just grab Jack on the end. That's max damage potential. And just even more in the pocket. Like, look. Look how balanced that is. And the next deck I have for you is the best mid-range deck so far. It's a blast from the past, a classic coming back with the new rotation bringing LeBlanc. This is Ashe LeBlanc. Coming in with a win rate of 56.72% and a play rate of 2.38%, it's taken an early lead against other decks. Its best matchups include Poro King, Echo Zillion, Lee Aphelios, and Misfortune Aurelia, while its worst matchups are Vex Ionia, Anivia Volibear, Morgana Mordekaiser, and Jinx Echo. So this deck wants to do two primary things. One is Frostbite and try to play for Ashe level, but more importantly, the other is to attack, win combat over and over, make sure you stay ahead on the board, try to level LeBlanc, and try to get Reputation proc. That way you can rally with Incisive Tactician and use LeBlanc Mirror Image to get multiple attacks in the same turn, basically just beating over the opponent outright. It's a very Demacia style strategy where you just want to play units, protect them, swing, and win through that. But we're going to be using the Freljord Splash of the protection and also the frostbiting to try to make that work. So we do a lot of cool combos like frostbite an enemy and then challenge it with a really strong attacker, and then the attacker obviously has 5 power, which helps us proc reputation. If LeBlanc sees this, then we're able to get closer to LeBlanc level and try to play towards our win cons that way, right? We also get really strong stuff with like the Omen Hawk and Yadulski package, granting stats to our allies in deck, which is really nice if we hit Assessor, which becomes a self-draw, helps refill. The deck is just kind of well-rounded. It does a lot of things well. It kind of folds a little bit to very fast aggressive strategies because it doesn't have a lot of time to set up and then it just dies. It also doesn't have a lot of healing. You're only going to be able to get that through like the one Pioneer, right? Getting the Explorer spell. So it doesn't really have a lot of ways to deal with super fast aggro. I guess if Reckoning is still in standard, you could run Reckoning, which could blow out a lot of games, especially ones that require more setup. So definitely keep that in mind. It is an epic, it's a bit expensive, but Reckoning has been used in the past and is pretty good against aggressive decks, especially those, again, that need to set up like 3 or 4 units and then swing into you. It's also really good as a blowout card versus other mid-range decks. You basically get to win for free, so keep that in mind. There are a lot of substitutes with this deck. There's a lot of things that Ashe LeBlanc can do. This version has Trapper and wants to play around Enraged Yeti as another 5 attacking ally, which is pretty good, pretty fun. This is not the way I personally run it, but this is the one from the stats website, so I'd recommend trying a couple different things, you know, checking out streams and seeing what other people are doing with Ashe LeBlanc, and just adjusting as you see fit. And that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game. And for this example game, we're going to be fighting Vayne Udyr, which is another deck to look out for. Vayne Tumble is really good. The Bethany card, the one that copies slow speed spells onto it with the Udyr package, is really good. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be a pretty strong deck in the near future, which I will probably be covering in a meta report at some point. We have a pretty good hand though. Honestly, this is fully keepable. Harsh Winds is really good against their deck because they are Demacia. Demacia folds to Frostbite so often. Omen on 1, makes sense. I think I'm going to play Yadulski on attack 2, so I can match the attack buffing, of course. Those stat increases are going to be nice to have on our end as well. And then we can set up LeBlanc on defense 3, and then do a combo of Icevale Archer and Glory Seeker on attack 4. Hopefully we don't need like the Sky Splitter or anything like that, because we're not going to be able to float for it if we do go this route, which against them should be fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Sky Splitter. I want to say that's probably okay. I'm happy that they get Sky Splitter out now rather than later on my LeBlanc. So this should be pretty fine. Let's go ahead and play. Oh, we could just play Ashe here actually. Buffed Ashe on attack 4. Hey guys, we're going to play our champions. If not, it was going to be the Archer Glory Seeker play, probably Glory Seeker first, but I am in love with this. This is a lot of pressure. Okay. I don't care, because we're going to Frostbite that. That is not a very good use of Golden Aegis in my opinion, like at all. Alright, would you like to attack with that Omen Hawk? Yeah, ain't no way. So that was just bad. That means their hand must suck. Probably. Alright, so let's do Omen, because that gives us the most options. Ooh, yeah. Which is Harsh Winds or Sky Splitter or Developing. Passing, interesting. Passing is really weird. Let's go ahead and do the Glory Seeker here. And then we can pass on 3 mana total. Pass. Alright. Now we can open and do Glory Seeker, grabbing that. Ashe attack. Omen, go ahead. And LeBlanc on the far right in case she levels during combat. Gets her level up. That's extra stats for us. Alright, this looks good. Resolve. We're so satisfied with this attack, we're just going to take it. Yep. This is also Reputation, so if we had Tactician, we'd be able to play him and rally this turn. Unfortunately, we're not on that, but that's okay. Stance swap. Sure. We have 9 mana to work with. We can do Assessor and Sky Splitter Bloody. So let's play Assessor and get a bunch of draws. 1, 2, 3 draws. Passing again, interesting. Let's go ahead and do a Bloody Business here. And then we'll finish it off with Sigil. Instead of using our Sky Splitter for attack buff. Yep, and then it's just Jover from there. But like, I don't know, that was a very disgusting hand. And the last one I have for you is the control deck of the video. So if you like playing slow, you like playing reactive, then this one is for you. This is Ashe Vex. Yes, we're covering Ashe again, but this is going to be a very different playstyle. It's coming in with a win rate of 58.56% and a play rate of 1.79%. It is absolutely disgusting right now. Its best matchups include Fiora Shurima, Udyr Noxus, Soraka Tom, and also Jack Set. Its worst matchups are Mordekaiser Bandle, the Bug Tekram, Morgana Mordekaiser, and Jinx Echo. So like I mentioned, this deck literally just wants to sit back and kill the opponent's units whenever they are summoned. We have Quietus for the early game, Soul Harvest for early and mid game champions, and then also things like Vengeance and Grim for mid and late game champions, and other, really annoying developments. And then just basically win with Harrowing, a bunch of AoE Ashe Frostbiting, a bunch of Vexes, stuff like that. Shadow's gonna come down. Basically, you get to sit back, relax, and shoot things, right? And then just win later. A lot of the times, your victories are actually gonna come from the opponent surrendering, funnily enough. So what you want to do is just play this as like a resource-based control deck. The opponent runs low on resources, you stay ahead, you naturally win. There are some things that can offset this, and there are ways to win immediately, like, again, big Harrowing. But for the most part, you just want to be very efficient in how you use your removal. So this is going to be a really important deck for newer players as well. This is actually a pretty simple deck to pilot. It's one of the easier control decks that we've had recently, so I definitely recommend it, and I think that it's going to be a non-stop threat in the meta moving forward. And that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how it plays out. And for this example game, we're going to be fighting Victor Nami, which is a spell-slinging deck. Let's go ahead and mulligan away a Vengeance and a Flash Freeze. I kind of want to keep one Vengeance because if they're playing slow, I definitely just want to prioritize killing their champions because they are a champion-reliant strategy. I'm going to keep one. Because if, again, we play slow, we float, Vengeance is not even going to cost that much because of spell mana. So I'm down. I'm okay with passing the first 2 turns even. I ain't got to do much. Pass. Let's play as reactive as possible. If they play Nami, we can also Soul Harvest. Like right now, and be in a really good spot. Time Trick, looking for a card. You can also play around Ashe here. Oh, interesting. I'm down as Ceaseless Sentry. That way I play something I don't want to burn too much mana. Nami! Yeah, that's a Soul Harvest angle. Kill a champion with 3 or less power. Boom. Nice and easy. It does cost us 3. -1 champion, easy peasy. Alright, and then we can play Ashe right on 4 if we want to, which I think we do.
All the world on one arrow.
And we can kind of try to play around her with like the Frostbiting. Oh, hold up. Heavy Metal, Mystic. So they're also playing a lot of removal. Alright. I'm decently fine with that though. That was a big investment. 2 spells, 4 mana. Yeah, okay. Their hand must be a little scuffed, too. If they play Victor or another Nami here, we're going to react accordingly and kill. Forge Chief, that makes sense.
happen.
That makes sense. I'll let them develop a champion then if they still have one. Let's play Shadow. That draws us a Vex. Yep, that's fine. You can be on second champion. I don't mind. We can very much deal with him next turn. Elusive. Hey, that's kind of annoying. That's free damage. Alright. So let us begin with... yeah, probably the Soul Harvest. I don't want to do Ice Veil Archer and then watch him get, like, Spell Shield from this. That would just be way too cursed. Sunken Temple. Alright. Do we want to play Vex here or Ashe? Vex or Ashe? Probably Vex. Vex is currently killing that Forge Sheath. And then the Shadow is going to get a buff. And we're pushing 10.
Everything is misery.
That Sunken Temple needs to like solo carry them. Which, hey, it might, but we'll see. It's really hard to play around Vengeance here, huh? Yep, Clock. Sure. I'll play the Ice Veil Archer on that. We're gonna tap below Vengeance. Assume Harsh Winds is kind of good enough. I want to play Ashe, to be honest, and then just go for like an open attack. Heavy Metal? Sure. I can't really stop that. Play Ashe.
Faster than my arrow? I think not.
Forge Sheath, alright.
Let's make tomorrow today.
Flash of Brilliance. Clockling made that. 6 cost spell. Refill your spell mana. Alright. That's cool. What else? Divine Whirlwind. That does kill Ashe. Wait, you generated that from Flash? That's really lucky. Hold up. They got RNG on their side. That's kind of insane. That was definitely rude. I think what I want to do... Can I Harsh Winds one thing and hit skip? Oh, I can. That's pretty awesome. We can do something kind of weird and epic here, which is Frostbite the Clockling, and then open attack. The Vex will kill the Forge Chief and put me in like the best spot to threaten a lethal and open, right? So we do this. I've never done this before, which is skip. Just only Frostbite 1. Kill the Forge Chief. And that was actually the winning play, too. Wait, that's so... I've never done that before. That was so cool. And that's it for this week's decks. Extra shout out to the patrons on screen. Much love and thank you for supporting. So yeah, to wrap things up, I did an aggro deck, a midrange deck, and also a control deck. That way there's a little something for everyone. This has been Meta Report. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters.